What's up, everybody? Hey, it's your boy Billy Ratliff here with the Volunteer Road Show, man. And hey, I got a special guest here today, and we're gonna talk about life in general. We got some good things to talk about, and got my man Mike Curcio on here with me, man. Mike, what's going on, my man?
Oh, nothing much, Billy. I really appreciate you reaching out and let me come on the road show.
Oh, man, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, man. I tell you this here, you the reason why I did the first video on this part here, man. You kept on, getting on me, telling me, you need to do this. There's a lot of people out there that need to hear your story. And I was like, you know what, Mike, I'm gonna try it, man. And I finally did, and I jumped and came out with it. So I said, I'm gonna get you onto the show, and we're gonna make part two with this, man. And, you know,
Oh, it's an honor to be a part of it, and to just for you to say that I was part of your motivation, I'm flattered. But at the end of the day, you did the hard work. My biggest thing is I was encouraging you to do that more so to change and save your life because I love you, and that's what it really boils down to at the end of the day.
well, I'm gonna get right down to it, man.
Yeah.
I told people what I did, how I got this stuff off, and things that helped me to get off all the medication, get my blood pressure and all that stuff right. You know, tell everybody a little bit about your story, man, what you had to do to make things to become successful and become healthy again.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a little bit of background first. I mean, Bill, you know my background, but I'll share it with the group here. Like you, played college ball, was a D tackle, like yourself, and later on had the opportunity to play some pro football over in Europe in the Arena Football League. And when you're playing, we eat like horses, man. We are consuming calories and taking them in and not realizing that the game is eventually going to end. And in 2003, when I retired, the game was over and life changed. And I was still eating the way I was playing. And it started to catch up to me. And then life took its toll. Have children, you get married, you got a job, and then there's no more room for the working out and burning off calories, like we used to do with, with 3-a-days and, 5 a.m. workouts. That all stops because life takes its toll and you put your priorities that you need to take care of first. And the main priority I wasn't taking care of was me. So, being a big weightlifter, doing all that stuff, I was in the gym one day, tore my pec, and it literally ripped right off the bone. And that was the eye opener for me to go, man, my body's falling apart. A couple of weeks later, a friend of mine that I played with in the indoor league had a stroke. I go to visit him with my daughter in the hospital. And as we're in the hospital there, we're leaving. And one of my bucket lists to share with the group is to walk my daughter down the aisle. And as we're walking out of that hospital room and walking down the hallway, my daughter at the time is around 5. And I'm holding her hand and she looks up to me. And that hallway became a church aisle, like a church aisle. And she looks at me and says, Dad, I never want you to die.
Mm.
At that point, I was 335 pounds. I had no comorbidities. There was nothing wrong with me, but I knew at the end of the day, I had to do something to get right. Now you took a different road than I did, but I had to go and I went for a consultation. Later on that day, I called my father. And, through Facebook, you see people's pictures, but you don't get to see them often. I'm like, Pops, man, what's going on with you? You're losing all this weight. And my father was a big dude, too. He looked like Pluto from Popeye, just big, burly man. He's like, yeah, son, I had the gastric sleeve surgery. I'm like, really? He's like, I'm like, are you glad you did it? He goes, I wish I would have did it in my 40s.
Oh, wow.
Light bulb goes off in my head. I finally say, I'm going to go for a consultation. I go for a consultation. And the doc looks at me and goes, Mike, you're not my normal patient, Mike. I got people who are bedridden. You're a big man. You have no comorbidities. I don't know if I can get you approved. I need something. Well, fast forward, I had arthritic knees from years of football. My hips were hurting. My BMI was high. I was 335 pounds. And he finally said, hey, we can get you approved. And he did. And it was the best thing that I ever did. But it was just a tool and a vehicle to help me get healthy. But it wasn't the end all be all.
Yeah, and that's what's great about it, man. I mean, that's I'm glad that you said that, man, because there's a lot of people that got that tool, and how if you don't continue to do that same lifestyle, you can turn back and look 335 again. And looking at you, man, I mean, you look amazing, man. I mean, you're still down. I mean, I'm not sure where you're like 220, 230 or somewhere anyway. I mean, that's
25.
that's amazing, man. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being 230, man. I mean, if I was 230, man, I'm gonna tell you like this here right now, man. You know, I might become a celebrity or something, man. I might go out there to Hollywood, right?
Wow.
But but when you had that, and how does that change your life, man? When you had that procedure?
It changed my life in a lot of ways because it changed the way I looked at food. It changed the way my mind would want to eat the table, and I could no longer eat the table because we all like to grind and eat, right? You get to someone's house, you're about to put work in. You're putting that bib on. You're like, yeah, baby, about to get a plate and multiple plates, as we always used to do, right?
Yes.
My mindset had to change from that point because now I go in and I literally look at food and I just say, I just need a little bit. It's an 80% rule, but I use this sleeve as a tool to help me control what my addiction was. And really, to me, honestly, I'm going to own it and be vulnerable to the group here. I had an addiction with eating. I would wake, my mind would wake up, and the first thing I think about was food, what I'm going to eat for breakfast, what I'm going to eat later on. Oh, I can't wait for lunch. And I'm going to have some ice cream later too. I finally said, you know what, man? Either get busy living or get busy dying.
Yes.
So I took the tool and said, okay, this is going to help me control the eating, but now I'm going to make better choices.
Hmm.
So now rather than eating chicken wings, I'm eating grilled chicken. I'm putting more greens on my plate. I'm making alternative choice. I don't drink soda anymore. Like
Oh,
I haven't touched a soda. I couldn't even tell you. So all those things, just cutting out those little things. There's an old saying, how do you eat an elephant, Billy? One bite at a time.
yes.
And that's how you have to attack this life and getting healthy. Because at the end of the day, man, if you don't do it, here's a guarantee that I can promise you. For people that don't want to get healthy and make changes, I could promise you this, and I want you to look at me. You're gonna die. That's the truth. So if you're hypertension or you got diabetes and you got a comorbidity right now, it's coming for you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yes.
So if you all want to make those changes, and for these folks out here that you've encouraged and mentored, I highly encourage make the change, but you do it one step at a time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. And Mike, I'm with you, man, because I mean, I remember when I was thinking about, walking up steps, and I'm thinking about the flat line, man. I mean, I get up to the top of the steps and I'm breathing so hard where I'm like, man, what is wrong with me? And I get inside and I remember looking in the mirror, man, and I'm like, gosh, what is up with this, man? And I'm looking at myself with my clothes off, and I'm like, man, that's kind of scary, man. I don't know why anybody be feeling me like that, and of course, I said, man, I can't do this anymore, man. I got to find a way to get this off me,
That's right.
you know. And
And
I
you
just,
did.
I'm like, gosh, I mean, because plus, I mean, I was on 14 pills, Mike.
Wow.
I mean, I was taking all types of stuff, dude. I mean, I'm like, I can't, I got to get this off me. So I had to
Wow.
change my eating. I had to
Yeah.
get rid of it, man. I mean, I love to eat. Trust me, I love to eat, man. I mean, to me, eating was just, it was fun. I remember, and and you can this is a funny part about that. So, like whenever, back in the day, we're going on our diets, and we do a little 2 week thing and we drop 22 pounds. We see them 22 pounds, we go in that mirror, you got, your shirt, that 3X is fitting a little bit better now. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, man,
Button's not screaming.
you know what I'm saying? We like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then all of a sudden, when I lost 22, and we like, oh man, I can go do this buffet. Now I go get these wings. So now I go eat, 20-piece wings.
Yes.
And
Yes.
all of a sudden, I gained 5 pounds back.
Easy.
But look, I'm
Easy.
like, hey, that's only 5 pounds. I still got 17 off. But guess what? After I done lost that 5 pounds, them 17 that I did lose, guess what? Now I'm off the plan for the next 6 months.
That's right. That's right.
Now I'm back up 30 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You just, it's called yo-yoing.
Yeah, man,
Yo-yo.
it was crazy how that worked, man. And now I look at it and think about how I used to do that. I'm like, man, how did I do that?
That's right. And so
You
let
know,
me ask you a question, Billy. How do you feel now?
Mike, I feel amazing, man. I mean, the way I'm able to just I can go walking. I can go out here and stand out for long periods of times if I wanted to. I don't have to worry about climbing steps and feel like I'm about to flatline anymore. The just the way I breathe now, man. I mean, the oxygen is like it's there now. It's like I'm not. I mean, I don't have to work hard. I mean, I sleep well, man. I mean, even though I still get up at 5:30 every morning, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I'm up at the same time. So it's amazing, man. Just even my family, they see it too. I mean, I don't just sit in the house anymore. Like they say, let's go to Dollywood. I say, cool, let's go. I mean, let's go fishing. I was like, cool, let's go. Back then I'd be like, oh man, I don't think I can do it today, man. My knee hurt or something. I would come up with any type of excuse, just not to, because yeah, my body was hurting with 330 pounds on it, man. It ain't no joke on these knees, especially if you
That's
had,
right.
3 knee surgeries, two on one other one. It's
Mhm.
tough. And that was huge too. Getting the weight off and helping me with my knees, like the little knee surgery I just had just then. It's just a scope clean it up, but I can't wait to see how that's gonna feel after being with this much weight off. Because like
Sure.
my doc, Dr. Mathan, he looks at me, he couldn't believe it was me. He's like, man, he goes, worm. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
doc, what's going on, man? He's like, gosh, you look good, man.
Yeah.
He's like, man, we don't have to take 4 people to slide you over to the table now.
It's awesome. And that's what it's about, man. Billy, you talk about how you feel, and I think more the impact more than anything. And I shared with you is because I think you have a platform to do something great, especially around the University of Tennessee. You being a former alum and me being a former athlete from another alum. We need to be advocates and encourage other men. And do you know, as well as the headlines have passed, University of Tennessee's lost several players due to health conditions. You
Yes.
can go all the way back to Reggie White when he had sleep apnea. If he didn't identify it or have a machine on, maybe Reggie would still be here. Matt McLaughlin was
Oh
a nose
gosh.
tackle, passed away. You got, was it Reggie Cobb?
Yeah, Reggie passed away,
Reggie passed. And that's the other big dude that played years ago. The list goes on of guys. At the end of the day, if we don't take care of ourselves, there is no Vol for life.
no,
There is no Vol for life.
it's
And that
not.
goes for the fans too. If you enjoy life, you could enjoy it being healthy because there's people that care. The reason why I got healthy, your main question, why, what was my real role, my inspiration, was to be here for my family. I'm no good if I can't be here for them. I'm no good if I'm in the ground looking up going, hey, I wish I was there.
Yeah,
you know, I need to be here for them.
yeah,
And that's what was the overall motivation for me to go, man, you need to get right. Because if you don't get right, there is no tomorrow.
yes, you're
So
right.
for you have a platform to change and save lives, not only from a volunteer aspect of an alum, but also from an aspect of the fans.
Mhm.
Because there's been many a times I've been in Neyland Stadium, going to a game and seeing people probably not in the best health because it's the first game of the year and it's hot, passed out on the side with ice packs on their neck.
Mhm.
It's just at the end of the day, is it easy? No, but anything is possible. Anything is possible if
Mhm.
you put your mind to it.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, and that's something else. When you said that, like everybody, is coming up again. New Year's resolution. Everybody. I'm gonna start on Monday. you know, I'm like, you can start right now
That's right.
because that next piece, next burger you put in your mouth might be that stroke that you're gonna have.
Yes,
It's amazing when I hear those things where I can't do this, I can't do that. But when I always look at it, when I used to say those same things, I could have done those things. It's just I didn't ever try to do it.
that's right.
If you don't do any actions to make anything work, it's not going to happen.
That's right.
And that's why I always say, don't wait until it's gone.
That's right. That's right.
Because the next second that we're breathing, it's not promised to us.
No, right.
I don't say days or years, I say seconds because life is seconds. It's
Literally.
just that precious. I mean, that's why I guess why I got it off, man. I mean, it's just I got to continue, man. And like when you told me this here, you said, Warren, even if you just reach one person, man, you succeeded. And
That, that's
I've noticed
exactly
that
it.
there's so many people when they message me on the messenger and telling me things that they're doing and they finally starting to get the weight off and they see it. I'm like, man, Mike was right, and that's why I wanted to get you on, man, to give me your perspective and tell everybody how you did it. And it's amazing, man. And that's why I want to keep doing this. And you know,
It's a platform that you have because, like you said, you were mentioning earlier in our pre-conversation about, getting people out of their comfort zone. The hard part is that people don't want the truth. You really want to know the truth? I wish someone would have told me nicely, dude, you're fat. You're out of shape. You're a fat in New York. In New York, would say, you know what, dude, you're a fat bastard. And I wish my friends, I wish someone would have told me that instead of being nice, going, oh no, you're just a big guy. No, you've got a problem. And and I think I told that to you, right? I said,
oh
listen,
yeah,
bro, I love you, but man, you're unhealthy right now. You got to get right,
Mike,
right?
we all told each other that,
Yeah, and we did, but
I mean, but most of the time we joked about it.
yes.
But that one time when you just got serious with your boy, I was like, okay, Mike, sure, hey, Mike sounds like he's trying to give me one of those #1 ass whippings there, he's on his boy, so I listened though, man. I mean, I had to, man. When I said, shoot, I can't let Mike be the only one looking good right now. I got to get this off me now.
Well, it's not only that. It's like I said earlier. It's because people don't say what they need to say.
Hmm.
And instead that we sugarcoat things and we brush things under the rug and we go, oh no, let me leave it alone. No, you're not healthy right now. And
Hmm.
and I'm saying this out of love. And I may not come back and have coffee at your house again, but at the end of the day, I want to say what I need to say. So when I leave here and something happens 1 second later, I know I said what I needed to say in a sense of, hey, there's a sense of urgency. I care about you. And I say that in reflection because I come from a family of addiction. I lost my sister to drugs. I lost my brother to drugs. We lost a stepson to drugs. And no one said what we needed to say.
Yeah.
And if you address these things and attack it in a way, in a loving way.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is that people have to own it. There
Yeah.
is no big boned or big boned did it. No, there's no such thing. Everybody has the same skeleton. Ain't you got a
Yeah.
bigger structure? Yeah, some people have a bigger frame, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day, we're still the same size bone structure that everybody else has. It's a matter of the amount of mass that we have on that body that we need
Yeah.
to diminish, get down, and get healthy. At the end of the day, you don't have to be shredded. You don't have to look like the cover of a magazine. It's about total health. I'm talking blood pressure. I'm talking about getting off the 16 meds. I'm talking about being able to sleep without your machine at night. That's success. When you take one little step at a time, those are the things that are going to lead people to healthy. You don't have to say, well, I don't look like that person. Don't worry about the next person. Do you, boo? You know what I'm saying? But be healthy.
Yeah. And that's what I love about it, man. Mike is always gonna keep it 100 with me, man. You've always been that way, man. Hey, sugarcoating is not what we do, man. That's why you're one of my boys, man. We joke, we kick it, we have a good time when we're together. And
Right.
this life stuff here, man, it was uplifting for me, man, when you came at me with it, and after you had the procedure and stuff, and came back looking like one of my boys. Paul was trying to be vascular, and I was like, Mike, look at you, yeah, 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 and it's is amazing, man, and I want to continue doing this, man. I mean, even if
Well,
we do this once a week, talk about this and get a little bit deeper into it, letting everybody know what you do on your daily routine.
that's
There's
right.
there's a lot of things that we can do to help people, and that's what I want to do. That's what this is for. You know, at first I wanted to reach, a lot of my ex teammates or just athletes, but it's not just athletes; it's everybody, man. I mean,
That's right.
you know, I have more Facebook friends than I have former teammates, so
Hmm.
I
That's
would
right.
like for everybody to start a process. Don't wait to New Year's and say, hey, I'm gonna start on Monday or this here. Start tomorrow. I mean, no matter
Mhm.
what it is. Just I don't care if you're low carb, low calorie. Do something. And make it a automatic. Do something. Just move in 30 minutes a day. I mean, you can do it inside your own home.
That's right.
Sit ups, push ups. It don't matter. Do something where you're moving. You know,
Absolutely right.
like Mike was saying, you don't have to be on the front of a magazine. You don't have to be shredded to be called healthy, because even if these people are shredded and all that stuff, they're
They
they're
still
not
are.
healthy either. There's
That's
a
right.
lot of stuff that people don't realize. Some of these guys may have diabetes. Some of these guys may have high blood pressure, but they're ignoring it because of what they're trying to become.
That's right. And
Because that, Mike. I mean, our
yeah.
bodies are not supposed to be shredded like that.
And I think the most important thing I think you touched on in a different way of saying it is have a realistic, tangible goal. I have friends, Billy, like, hey, you are drinking water, which is great. I have friends that just cut out soda. I had one friend cut out soda. He wouldn't listen to me. Finally, I said, look, man, hey, man, why don't you just try cutting soda for 1 month, see what happens? He dropped 35 pounds just cutting out soda. Hello? I
That's
want someone to go find 35-pound plate and pick it up and see what that feels like.
oh gosh.
That's an additional several hundred pounds on your bones, not only in the stress on your heart. That's a lot of weight, 35 pounds. Okay? So don't look at that as like, I just lost 35 pounds. No, he did a 180 just off 35 pounds. And then he was like, man, I actually feel better. My taste buds are different. This, that. There's all little things that you could do. And if your vice is, bread, okay, well, eat protein first or eat a vegetable first. It's just modifying things to the point. And also, here's the other thing that people need to do. And this is the hardest thing for me to do, even still today, though I have a device, not a device, but a surgery that helps me control my food. Even with it, I still have the 80% rule. When I'm 80% full, I push away from the table. Like, oh, I'm done. I'm content. I don't need to go and eat in gluttony to the food's up to my throat and my pants are unbuckled like we used to do it at Big Scoop's house when his mom came in, right? No, we don't need to do that. I stop at 80% and go, I'm good. I got a little bit of taste of this. I got a little bit of taste of that. And folks, please make no mistake. I don't wake up and have egg whites and broccoli and oatmeal. That's not my life every day. I still eat a normal diet. I will go out probably this weekend and crush a cheeseburger. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably half of a cheeseburger with half the bun. So I'm eating just a quarter of the bun. Like, I'm doing little things like that. And those little things in moderation, in time, will add up to success to all of a sudden. You're going to say, hey, I feel different. I feel good. And you may not get any other gratification out of it other than the fact that you're around for the people who love you.
That's true, man. That's true, man. That's what this show is for, man. I'm so glad you came on, man. This is good stuff, man. I mean, I know everybody's gonna love this here, man. I mean, I want to get it to everybody. No one is afraid to come on here and talk about their life or what helped them and things like that. So what we're gonna do next time, man, we're gonna just have a guest on here every week with us, ask us questions or whatever, or
That'd be great.
yeah, and the thing is, I mean, we get one of my boys. I mean, in fact, we're gonna find one of our fat friends. We're gonna bring them on here, and we're gonna be out. Well, it's just how the boys are, man. We ain't gonna talk bad about them though. We just gonna keep it funny with it, but you know how we do it, Mike.
Yeah. And it's only because we love each other. Really.
Exactly, man. Because gosh, I remember those days, man. I remember those days. Hey, I still to this day, yeah, we get together and we still act like we fat.
Well, folks, I just want to share too. It doesn't matter what you look like. All of us could be shredded in shape, but even if they come in with a plate of something, we're gonna look at each other and go, "You're gonna eat that, you fat goat? Oh my gosh, look at you! You're gonna eat all that salad?" But that's just how we love each other, man. But at the end of the day, that's what it's about, because I don't even want to ever think of a day where I have to put a friend in the ground because of something that he could have changed. So, let's not ever have that.
Well, we're gonna get off here, man, and we'll touch base again here next week sometime, man. We're gonna do another segment, man. And like I said, I appreciate you, man, for coming on here with me, man. And this would not be the last time, And guys, make sure you comment on this video, like it, go to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Let us know what you think, man. Ask the questions. I mean, I'm saying, go to my man Mike Curcio. He's on Facebook. He don't mind answering questions. Send me a message or comment, and we will answer those questions. And
I will.
Thank you guys for listening. Until next time, peace.